2 of 4 from the free throw line. I would agree on this front. He is difficult to officiate because he is incredibly strong. At the same time, I think most of us felt like they let them play tonight.
Yeah, but listen, LeBron's got to cut down on his turnovers. They had 7 turnovers tonight.
Yep.
Listen, that's just good defense, man. But he's got to cut down on his turnovers. But this game, to me, comes down to them just being really stagnant in the second half. It came down to LeBron and Kyrie, and I hate to be redundant. I mean, you have to be honest, man. These guys, they were playing they were not getting anybody involved. I think Coach Lou made a bunch of mistakes, not giving those guys rest. And I thought, you look at, I don't understand why he don't play Moskov. He can play against Varejao. He can play against Bogut. Just give those guys a little 5-minute rest here there, and he can stagger Kevin, LeBron, and Kyrie. But they were just so stagnant offensively in the second half, and really in the fourth quarter. Because they still had to lead early in the fourth quarter, and then because I always tell people, when guys get tired when they start shooting jumpers, they don't have the energy. You try to make a move, get a guy to back up, and you start shooting jumpers, and those jumpers weren't falling, and then the other team scored, obviously.
Anything to the free throw complaint from Coach Lou?
Well, I mean, it's interesting. I think LeBron is a little bit like Shaq, in the sense when Shaq played, he was so big, he was so strong.
Ugly? Just stop.
Well, but he would absorb so much, and I think people got away with beating up on Shaq, and it was hard sometimes when guys were smaller or not as big to really, gauge whether or not that was affecting him. And so I think LeBron, there's some truth to that, but look, that's been his whole career.
Right.
LeBron's a big guy. I do think, as you're talking about LeBron and the turnover, Smitty, one thing, they know what he was going to do. They know he's putting his head down going to the basket. And Golden State, look, the Splash Brothers, the offense, the shooting from the perimeter, what makes them elite is they defend. And they have multiple guys who can defend. They switch everything. They put everybody on LeBron. Obviously, Iguodala had the bulk of the time, but Klay Thompson was on him. At times, Livingston was on him. So these guys know how to play defense. They have good length. They trust each other. And it caused him to have turnovers at some untimely times.
But the one thing we talk about, we're sitting up there watching the game. The Cavaliers are awful at when they switch and get a mismatch. They're awful at it. They never take advantage of it. And the Golden State Warriors, anytime they get a mismatch, it's like they go to it every single time. Like Smitty, we're up there like, they go to it every single time. The Cavaliers get those switches, and they still never take advantage of it. They can make the game so much easier by ball movement. When you got a mismatch, if you throw the ball to the mismatch, they have to double. They have to double. But the Cavaliers never take advantage of that situation. But the Warriors, every single time they get a mismatch, they go to it automatically.
What I love what Grant said about defensively, we don't give them enough credit, the Golden State Warriors, because sometimes you play small ball and everybody thinking it's for threes and offense, but you got to defend and rebound when you play small ball. And what I love about them, Charles and Grant, they recognize situations. When there's a non-scorer on the floor, Draymond Green leaves him, comes all the way over, and they're on a string where they don't have to talk. Charles goes, he go cover for him, and they come out there, and they just play the game the right way. You got to have coaches telling you where you go, but you also have a feel for the game to go out there and play it.
But that's one of the reasons I think they should always keep Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson, because Draymond is cheating the whole time. Because unless, like you see when they ran plays and they throw the ball to Tristan Thompson out on the floor, he don't know what to do with it. I mean, he's only going to score on offensive rebounds. And that's why when you do have a non-defender out there, that compounds your problem for LeBron and Kyrie, because now they're trying to score. That guy's cheating out there the whole time.
You guys know the numbers I have to give you right now. As the host, I'm obligated to tell you teams with a 3-1 lead are 223-10 all-time in the playoffs and 32-0 in the NBA Finals.